Hello everyone. I just did a seance, but I couldn't do it in front of this camera, so I'm going to hold this up to you and play it for you. We are going to try and do a ouija session. I've just got one hand. Ouija, 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 ouija. Is there a spirit here? Is there a spirit in this house? Thank you. What is the spirit, or how many spirits are there in this house? I'm not pushing this, folks. Seven? Is that seven? What are the orbs? I can actually feel this moving. My dog's just jumped onto the bed. It's moving quite fast. More orbs. My dog's shaking. My dog is shaking. Orbs. It's alright, girl. We are protected by love and light. No darkness or evil dwells here tonight. Is Rob here? The other 6 spirits, do they know Rob? I really got mixed messages with this seance. Do they know me? Have they attached themselves to me? Now this is the same with that necrophonic app. It's also raining, so she could be shaking from the rain. Also said that I had 7 spirits. It's moving very fast. No? Why have they attached themselves to me? Size, it's alright, girl. Guide from a higher Are they here to help Rob?
I get really mixed answers. You watch later.
No. Is Rob the yellow orb I caught?
Remember, I caught
No.
in several of my paranormal
Who was the yellow orb I caught?
a yellow orb.
S. 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 P. I. R.
And this one would make sense
I.
because I've only caught it
Spirit.
four times.
Spirit of J. I. M. M. My dog? Doesn't he know Rob? But Rob, he was Rob's dog as well. J. I. M. M. I. F. O. R. G. O. Jimmy forgot. Can I help Jimmy? Remember? Is Jimmy here now? L. O. V. Loves. Jimmy, my beautiful boy.
Sorry, guys.
Robbie, don't be scared of Robbie. Robbie was my husband, and Robbie lived with me, and you live with Robbie. Can he understand me?
I loved that. I loved all my dogs. I
please
loved
help
all
them?
my pets. This is very upsetting for me to know that Jimmy is in here running around spirit in this house, and Rob's here, and they don't know each other. Sorry, that's upsetting.
Thank you.
The spirit said they were helping.
I want them all to reunite. I want us all to be reunited. Is this why Sahara gets scared sometimes? No. yours, Jimmy?
Grief
Can
is
I help any spirit?
grief is sometimes I wonder, because of grief, whether you hold on to these spirits when you know you should be letting them go. There's like my own selfish needs, because I know that if the spirit of Jimmy and the spirit of Rob went, I'd be even more grief stricken. That's why I do these paranormal every night.
Thank you. Does Rob know me?
This worried me. I'm Rob's wife. Why doesn't he know me?
Rob was my husband, by the way. Rob. Rob. L.
I'm here, Rob. I'm here for
This is
you.
hurting my back, folks. Rob has lost wife.
I really didn't need to do this
I'm going to
because
say
I'm a psychic
goodbye.
medium.
Thank you for talking to me. And I'm going to ask you
I don't know what that
to
was.
please help me. Help Rob remember me. Help Rob remember me and Sahara. Help Rob and Jimmy come together. Help them be reunited. Please bring love, light into this house. Please heal us. And please help me be a better version of myself. And please tell Rob I love him and Jimmy. Goodbye and thank you. That's it, folks. I will show you this. Good night. Thank you for watching. Bye.
So I got a really mixed response there. They said that there were 7 spirits, but they said that they didn't know me, that they had attached themselves to me, and then when I asked why, they said they were here to guide me. Now, it does make sense that Jimmy, my dog, who passed away, when Rob passed away in 2020, Jimmy, was only like 5 years old. And then I don't know how it works after death, because I'm not dead. But it worried me that, I didn't want, like, Rob, I didn't want Jimmy not to know Rob. I wanted them to be together, but that ouija board that I had, mixed messages that I don't know who these other spirits are. They said they've attached themselves to me because I am a psychic medium. I don't feel any evil intent in this place. Now, at the time, my dog was on the bed and she was shaking.
but it's raining, and she does tend to shake when it rains really heavy. And the other interesting thing is that sometimes I'll be sitting on my little rocking chair and Sahara, my dog, will be up going, sniffing away. And I wondered whether she does remember Jimmy, because it's been 3 years. Jimmy was her puppy. He was her oldest one. And they told me, I thought that yellow orb was Rob. But it makes sense that if it is Jimmy, my dog, maybe your pets don't come so frequently. And it also makes sense with Rob. Rob's hanging around his urn of ashes, where this yellow orb came from the bedroom at one stage, and Jimmy remembers me, and Jimmy I loved that dog. His time was cut very, very short, and I feel very, very guilty because when he died, I was still a drug addict. Maybe that's the other thing why Rob doesn't know me, because I'm no longer a drug addict. And when Rob died, I was a drug addict. Maybe he doesn't recognize this clean person. But if this seance that I just had was with the spirits who they claimed to be from a higher level, they said they were going to help me. And I did ask them to help reunite Rob and Jimmy and let them all know that I love them. But like I said, sometimes I wonder in my grief, because as soon as I found out that there was paranormal activity happening, I got really happy again. Even though, Rob and Jimmy weren't here in flesh, they were still here in spirit. And then if they suddenly went and left me, it's like grieving all over again, because then I would lose that all over again. Now, as I have told you so many times, I'm a psychic medium, and I am well aware of trickery. I am well aware of spirits that are not good, because I've helped clear hauntings before, and I've helped with people in bad situations before, and I've seen all types of entities. I've even been abducted by aliens, so I know. And here, in other places with hauntings, and I walk into, the temperature can get really cold. Here, when something happens, it gets abnormally hot, gets really hot. And I don't hear voices. I do feel touched. Why I'm questioning a little bit of that Ouija board is sometimes the Ouija boards lie. They do tell lies. You can't always trust them. And I'll tell you this, because about a year ago, I had a sleep paralysis attack, but instead of it being a negative experience, this time it was a positive experience. The reason why I was paralyzed and the thing that jumped on my chest was Jimmy. It was Jimmy, and he was so excited, and I was so happy, and I felt him, and I knew Rob was there. And I just wanted to share something else about Ouija boards. I have always mucked around with Ouija boards since I was a child, and when I was in my early 30s, Melbourne Cup, and I'd already put my bets on, and I came home and I messed around with the Ouija board, and I said, who's going to win the Melbourne Cup? the Ouija board said, "It's terrific." Now, this is 9 o'clock in the morning. The race goes at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And I laughed at it and said, "You're a liar. It is not. It's terrific. It's 50 to 1. No way," because I had my bets on and I wasn't going to change my bets. Do you know who won? It's terrific. I also have been accused of pushing Ouija boards, the little, whatever you call it, beginning with P, before. And to some extent, that is true. When you're having a seance, the spirits use your energy to push. But I was with 2 other guys at the time who were accusing me of pushing it. Well, of course, being a psychic medium, the spirits are going to use my energy more because I channel. And I said to them, "All right, then ask a question in your head that I can't possibly know the answer to." Ask a question. And my boyfriend said, "Oh, what happened to me as a child?" And I spelt out the answer. And he was shocked because he had never told me that. And then the other guy, I was mucking, they just left me to play because I've always just mucked around with them. I've always been the main conduit since a child for Ouija boards. And I was mucking around with it and it kept saying, "Stop, we want to talk to Luke." And this was when I lived in Townsville. So this is when I was, again, late 20s. And they said, "We want to talk to Luke about the Jehovah's Witness." And I didn't know what they were talking about. And Luke would put his hand on it and it wouldn't work. And so I'd have to put my hand back on it, get accused again of pushing it. But how do I know these answers unless I'm reading people's minds? Now, I've got talents, I've got psychic gifts, and I can tell you, things, but I can't read thoughts that well. I can't really read thoughts at all. I can, by looking at you, just touching you, tell you things about your past. I do have that gift, but Spirit tells me that. Spirit tells me, and for me, Spirit is like, it talks. I don't see pictures. It's like a frequency, like a radio, and it's in this specific frequency that I've got to tune into. And that's what happens with my automatic writing. And I do automatic writing so that you literally have it in writing. Because if I just say it, what I say to you, you could lose that unless you tape me. So it's better that it's in writing. So I have had much success as a psychic. There was a case a few years ago, a very famous case of a child that was kidnapped and murdered, and a lot of information. For some reason, this child appeared to me. A lot of information was given to me, and I was so scared that I knew too much, that the police would say, "How come she knows so much?" But I did write anonymous letter to the police about all these facts. Interestingly, about 3 months later, everything that I had said came out. It was on the internet. I'm not going to say who it was. I've already said too much. I am willing to do readings for people, but I always say to people, if you've got a hidden secret that you don't want me to know, never ask me for a reading, because it will be revealed. Anyway, thanks for watching, and
I am willing to do readings for people. gemamberstone@gmail.com is my email address if you would like a reading. One question for a couple of lines. Email is free, but any more than that I charge. Alright, thanks guys. And I thought you would just like to see I just did that seance just about 20 minutes ago before I got on here. So thank you to my loyal viewers. I will be back with stuff that's non-paranormal very soon. Good night, sleep tight, love, light and blessings, and remember, take care.